The NFL draft is seeming like it's just forever away, especially with how our Raiders season has gone this far, 2-10, heartbreaking loss to the Kansas City Chiefs yesterday, which they got screwed. And now we have to look ahead for the potential future for the Las Vegas Raiders. Will Antonio Pierce and staff, Tom Telesco and company, will they be in the building? I don't know. But I do think that there are some things we could be taking a look at for the draft next year and at least getting somewhat excited about. So we've had a couple of mock drafts that are out already, and I think that it's going to be a lot of fun to really keep up with the, let's call it content until we get to that point. But I think that it does at least raise some questions for as what you want to keep an eye on. And namely, so the Raiders, in the latest CBS mock draft, they had the Raiders taking Cam Ward at 3. So we're going to take you right into it here for the Raiders. So you'll see here, just kind of getting started out with the draft. Number 1, they got Travis Hunter going to the Jaguars, where I just love how his position right next to him is just says athlete. I just absolutely love it. Shedeur Sanders going to the Giants, and then number 3, Cam Ward going to the Raiders. Now I'm just go over what they said and then kind of give you guys my thoughts. So Las Vegas Raiders, Las Vegas changes its starting quarterback on a near weekly basis. Ouch. Not wrong. The Raiders aim to find some consistency in the 2025 NFL Draft with the selection of Cam Ward, who is a volatile quarterback who has willed his team to victory on a few occasions this season. Now, first of all, rude. Yes, we changed quarterbacks, but it's because we want to win, baby. We want to win. Kind of looking at those two quarterbacks, after that, there is definitely a steep drop-off in terms of quarterback talent and everything. And just because of the quarterback tax, I think that probably is what's going to happen or be what's going to happen for the Raiders if some teams don't trade up for Cam Ward and company. But today, we're going to go over really what we think as far as the, let's just call it, selection of Cam Ward. In fact, I'm going to come out and say that I think it would be a fantastic get by the Las Vegas Raiders if he was indeed to fall to 3. Because, again, the Raiders sitting at 3, like the only top 2 quarterbacks at the top there. Good use of words, Colton nailed it. I don't know that that's actually how it's going to play out. The Jaguars have their quarterback of the future, and with a lot of quarterback-needy teams going into next year, teams like the Giants, the Raiders, obviously, I think that it could be potentially difficult to get Cam Ward, but I would love if this is actually how it played out. So let's go into Cam Ward. So basically, why do we love Cam Ward? So first off, giving you a little bit of a background, 38 total touchdowns this year for Miami, go Hurricanes, 7 interceptions, a total of 3,951 all-purpose yards. You'll love to see it. And yes, he is an absolute stud because he's got a live arm. He is in every sense of the word of a playmaker. And I do think that the more you watch him, you can just tell that he really can make all of the throws. And I think that goes a long way towards what he is going to be in the NFL. Goes through his reads really well on those throws. And I think that he times it perfectly to where he waits for his guys to get open and he makes his plays from there. And then also it's the athletic upside. He's a guy that can threaten defenses with his legs. And you see it time and time again with tape. Now, as far as the areas to improve, you'll see here that essentially he is a gunslinger, and that's a good and a bad thing. Let's just say it that way. But I think it's a good thing because I have said it time and time again. I would much rather have a quarterback that is willing to take a shot as opposed to being too careful with the football. And so I think that you can clean some of that up in the NFL. You do see him play too much hero ball, specifically in a couple of big-time games where he tries to put the team on his back, which, again, I don't disagree with. I think you're the starting quarterback for a reason. You have to make your plays, but at the same time, you got to learn to take what's given to you. And then I think he needs to run the ball a little bit more when things are not, panning out the way you want to offensively. Like, you have to be able to take what the defense gives you. And if that means you tucking and running it, absolutely. I think that would definitely be great for the Raiders. And I think this is all very contingent on the fact that you got to get the right offensive coordinator and right coaches in place to get Cam Ward. But I think it would be a fantastic get for the Raiders. I think that if you can get Cam Ward at 3 and then really start to build around him, namely getting a running back, maybe trading up for Ashton Genty, maybe, hopefully, but then also really suturing up that offensive line, helping out defensively, I think it makes a lot of sense, but you have to build around Cam Ward if that is going to be the pick. I would personally love if he played for the Raiders next year, and I think that he would really help solve a lot of problems and be a solid building piece for the team moving forward. But overall, let us know what you guys think. CBS releasing their very first latest mock draft for 2025. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next video.